Is your PlayStation 4 overheating, randomly shutting down, has performance or frame rate drops, or runs a lot louder than normal? This is most likely why. You see how clogged up the air vents are? That's what leads to a lot of these problems. The console can't breathe in cold air, so will run a lot hotter and louder because the fan has to spin faster to try to compensate for the lack of airflow. Now, if the performance isn't suffering from the hot chips inside, it will randomly shut itself down to protect itself. Simply cleaning out the console could fix and prevent a lot of these problems. So today, I'm going to be showing you the cheapest and best way possible to clean your PlayStation 4. On a scale of 1 to 10, the difficulty for this is going to be somewhere around 1 or a 2 out of 10. No screwdrivers needed or any fancy tools at all. And best of all is that this method will not void your warranty. Admittedly, to achieve the best possible clean, it's best to open up the console, but if you're still under warranty or just too scared you'll mess something up inside, or if you just want the console to look presentable because you're getting ready to sell it, then this is the video for you. It should go without saying that you should never let your console get this dirty. I purposely neglected mine for a while so I can make this video. As you can see, the console's in very rough shape. There's a ton of fingerprints on the gloss black cover and some random plastic dip that I have no idea how got there. I was probably drunk off my ass or something and wanted to paint it a while ago, but who knows. The vents are all clogged up and I'm surprised the thing's still working. So things you'll need. A brush of any size, just make sure that the bristles are soft. If you don't have one, worst case scenario, go out and buy one or have, I don't know, a friend of yours that likes to paint or someone that wears makeup that has a spare brush lying around or something. I got all 3 of these though for $1 online, so they're very cheap. Water or rubbing alcohol. If you have rubbing alcohol, go ahead and use that instead of water, since it evaporates almost instantly and it's a little bit safer for electronics than water. But seeing as how water is free, let's just go ahead and use that for this tutorial. Your liquid of choice does not have to be in a spray bottle like mine, a towel or anything that's clean that you can use to wipe down the console. I'm going to be using a microfiber towel for this tutorial since it reduces the chances of scratches on the gloss black cover. And let's be honest, this cover does not need any more scratches. Right, so let's get started. Never brush in a stabbing motion straight into the vent holes. I've seen a lot of people do this in the past, and all you're doing is shoving in all of that dust into the console. So even though your vents will be clean, you've essentially just shoved in a bunch of dust and dirt and all that nasty stuff inside your console, making the problem worse. Clean your console this way, so the brushes glide over the vents. This will greatly reduce the amount of dust that gets shoved into the console. So when you're doing it this way, what you're actually doing is carrying all the dust and dirt to the edge of the PS4 and brushing it off. Repeat this exact same procedure for the rest of the console, going all the way around. At this point, I would like to apologize for the video shakiness and at times out of focus. For those that follow me on Twitter, you saw the post I made about my broken tripod, and that broke the day before I started cleaning my PlayStation 4. If you have very dusty USB ports, or any of the ports on the back of the console for that matter, just brush back and forth until you get most of the dust out. Now, the back of the console does not have anything clogged up in the exhaust ports, but if they were, just repeat the same procedure you've been doing so far. Just brush back and forth until you get most of the dust out. Anyways, as your brush gets dirty and picks up more and more of the dirt, wipe it down with a towel to keep it clean as possible. Alright, so once you're done, give the vents a once over again until you're happy with the results. Technically speaking, this is all you need to do to improve your console's performance and hopefully fix the mentioned issues. However, if you're going to do something, you might as well do it right. So now let's move on to the top of the console, and of course the elephant in the room, how to remove that plasti dip. Alright, so the top part is simple. Simply take your towel and get it damp. I used my water bottle and sprayed water all over it. I do suggest you fold your towel into quarters, and as your towel gets dirty, simply flip it to a clean side. Now here's a top tip for the gloss black. Don't do circular motions. All that's going to do is create more swirl marks if you have a lot of dust trapped inside your towel. So what you want to do is go in straight back and forth lines. So you're going back and forth, and remember to change your towel a little bit more frequently than you would for the rest of the console. Because anything that gets trapped in your microfiber towel, you're just going to create more scratches, and that's the last thing we want. So for the plasti dip, again, I have no idea how that got there, but it's been there for as long as I can remember. Now there are 2 ways of doing this. If it's a thin layer of plasti dip, just scrub it back and forth with your towel and apply a little bit extra pressure on it, and you can see it'll start to peel off by itself. Or if it's a slightly thicker layer, you can simply peel it off with your fingers like so. Then just buff off the remaining plasti dip with your towel. Now don't forget to clean the sides and bottom of the console as well. Don't forget to dry off any parts that might still be a little bit wet to avoid getting water spots. Here are some before and after shots. In the future, I'll make a video attempting to remove the scratches from the gloss black hard drive cover, and another video on how to open up your console to clean the inside. But for now, this video showed you the easiest and cheapest way to clean your console, without needing any technical skills with a screwdriver, or any special tools, or even voiding your warranty. Share your questions and thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for future videos, and until next time, this has been GTRBytes.